Pounders, we are back, and today we're going to be jumping into Bestball Mania draft number 139. We have 11 left after this one tonight. Do me a favor, go into the comments if you're watching this after the fact and drop someone's name you want to see on the live stream, and I'll reach out to them. I'll try to get them in the last 10 drafts. Realistically, I want to guess for every single draft for my last 10. If you guys are new here, go down, slap the like button. Hit the sub if you are playing fantasy football this season. If you want to get into the battle royales on Underdog, we're going to be covering that as well. We won week 18 last season for 25 Gs, and we plan to take down another one this year, at least one. That's the goal. Tonight, again, we're jumping into Bestball Mania, and we get the 6th spot, which is definitely my least favorite spot in this contest. But some quick hellos, J5704, ER7, Ben, Adam, Nate, Scoot. What's up, fellas? The typical suspects are out tonight drafting. And this room is looking very casual. This is looking very, very casual. I love this. This is gonna be an interesting one. If you snuck in here with us, let me know where you're drafting from, but I do not recognize any of these names right now. This is a good thing. This means Underdog is growing. It's alive and well. Lucky7 says, howdy, what's going on, my man? Welcome to the live stream. Welcome to the Thunderdome. Give us Cup at 6 for a nice little start here. Since Cup's been falling, especially in the $75 contest, we were scooping Cup. Especially at 6. He's back at practice. So we definitely feel good about that because he was in the 3 spot. Oh my God. And we're off to the races. Let's go. I just posted my top 12 exposure on the Twitter machine this morning. If you want to go check that out, see what percents I got each player. Trigger warning on Jefferson and Jamar Chase. I am a spoon. But if you guys aren't already in our Discord, fantasy football community, over 140 active members. We have a pick'em channel. We got something for everybody. And our free best ball draft guide has been in there all summer long, updated several times this offseason. Completely free for the Pounders, the YouTube subscribers. Man, I'm going to just keep calling it the Twitter machine because my brain can't switch. King of Kings, what's going on, my man? A true degen in these streets. Link to the X. Let me pull it up. I will pull that up for you. And I think just this will work. Let's throw this in the chat. It's my last post. Now, some of these players weren't always in the first round, like Nick Chubb. So I've been sort of fading Nick Chubb as of late just because I've gotten him all the way. Man, we were drafting him from like 21, I think, at the start of BBM, and sometimes he would fall even further. So it's kind of tough to pay this price here. I think people were doing it early too. They were stacking this week 17 matchup, the Jets against Cleveland. So they were doing a lot of Garrett Wilson and pulling Chubb up. I don't think anyone actually expected Chubb to move all the way to that spot, but it happened. Man, I think we just do the Derrick Henry click here. We can go Waddle too. We get pick 30 for our next one. So just a quick look what we're looking at. Maybe we do go Waddle. Let's go Waddle here, and then I'm cool with like going Stevenson, who was typically going at this 2-3 turn. Now, since the news about Zeke joining the team, everyone's freaking out, and he's falling all the way back to sometimes like 36, 37. I'm still in on Stevenson. I don't think anyone should be too afraid of Zeke showing up. Does it hurt his goal line shares? Yeah, for sure. Zeke's also good in pass pro, but Stevenson's gonna eat. Like, the Patriots run the ball. They have to run the ball if they wanna stay competitive. So expect a lot of that. Dennis, welcome to the live stream. Carlos, what's going on, my man? Eagles called the Chubb rise. He's been in on Chubb for, I think, years at this point. There's no way Henry falls back to us. We see Lamar go off at 25. Double elite QB. I knew it was going to be an ugly room. I knew it was going to be an ugly room. Oh my God. You know what? We can go Jacobs over Stevenson too here. I'm cool with doing that as well. Because Jacobs actually should be moving up. Jeez. It probably looks like this. If T. Higgs falls to 30, I'd go T. Higgs too, just because of the uniqueness. Let's see what happens here. Let's see what happens here. Did you see the Eliminator 50 buy-in? No, I didn't see that. The DK drafters are here, and they are well. Charles, what's going on, my man? What percent of BBM field do you think have 100+ entries by this time it closes? That's a good question. Okay, we're going to pull in Josh Jacobs here. What percent have over 100 entries? It's definitely under 50%. I would say it's under 50%. Easy. Now, what number under 50%? You might be looking at like 24, 25%, like something like that. The Eliminator just dropped. Okay, let me pull it up. Let's pull it up. A new contest just dropped. I just want to peek it so we can cover it real quick. $50. Let's go. Oh, this is perfect. Oh, this is a perfect tourney. Now, let's not get too excited. Let's see what it's all about. Tournament schedule week 1. So it's is this sort of like weeklies? The Eliminator. All right, we'd have to go into the rules. We're 7 picks away, so we still got time. 12-person group, 12 seats, 10 seats. Oh, okay. So it's every single week. I guess I think this is the contest where only the person that scores the least doesn't move on. It's like you get cut after each week. That's pretty cool. All right, we're going to have to like gal brain overnight. And we'll be back with an Eliminator stream tomorrow for sure. That's hysterical. Another contest. Right? We have 16 days left. 16 days before the NFL season. So I can already tell this type of contest, if you are overstacking and that team has a bad week, you're out, right? You're gonzo. So it's going to be interesting, especially like bye weeks. Like you don't want too many players on the same bye week. Otherwise, you're gone. So right off the top of my head, those are 2 strategies that I would be playing around is you have to be a bye week, bro. Be conscious about that. If we get Justin Fields to follow us, we're auto-clicking Nike Justin Fields, especially because this team went ahead and took 2 elite QBs that would give us an advantage on the room. Spam click. The spam click always works. Maestro, you don't want him, man. You don't want him. Yeah, let's go. Let's go. I love that. And we get him at ADP. People are reaching for him on the 2-3 turn, 3-4 turn? 3-4 turn. Yeah, new tourney's wild. I was thinking it's maybe 15 to 20%. Yeah, you could be right. I would say, yeah, that it's something low like that. How trustworthy is drafting Bijan Robinson? Pony, what's up? If we're talking about redraft, it's a set and forget pick. He can definitely put up like a Barkley like rookie season. just because he's so skilled. Such good hands too. That tip pass to himself, passes behind him. So he's going to be very reliable. It's a team that runs the ball the most in the NFL. It's just he doesn't have any like where else to go. Like he's not going to be a value pick. No one in the first round is really going to be a value pick. It's fading the right player in the first round. And I'm mostly a wide receiver guy, wide receiver cat, especially in 3 wide receiver leagues, in my at-home leagues, all that. We do 3 wide receivers. So it does push up the need for wide receivers. Okay, so this guy goes Ayuk and Kirk, so he does have some sort of brain waves working. Hot dog brain here. Why, Dad, welcome to the live stream, says, Underdog are going for it this year. Fun twists. Yeah, crazy. That's crazy. So it's a 5,500 person entry, and what are the payouts? I don't think we cover the payouts. So it pays the top 868, 50K to first, 20K. Yeah, it'll be a fun one. I'll be dipping my toes into that. That's definitely payouts start week 8. Thank you, Nate. I'm Kenneth Walker over Aaron Jones. I should be getting more exposure to Kenneth Walker here. JSN could fall back to us with his recent wrist injury. If you guys didn't already see, a slight wrist fracture. A slight. How do you get? It's either fractured or it's not, right? I love that though by the team. Yeah, it's slight. The fuck does that mean? So it says 3 to 4 weeks for JSN, and I'm just gonna scoop him as he falls. But I'm especially I was a Lockett guy, so if he can fall to this 64, 66 range, I'll be scooping JSN. Let's see if he comes back to us. Typically, casuals overreact to news too. They'll see that little note and they'll just push him all the way down the board. So there is a chance he comes back to us. I wouldn't be overly surprised. Here's a Lockett over DeAndre Hopkins and JSN. Waller at 58. Get the steam train out. Get the steam train out. We'll see what the 12 spot. So DeAndre Hopkins finally goes off the board at 59. That's crazy. That's the latest I've seen DeAndre Hopkins go. 11 picks after ADP for a player with no negative news, really. And the earlier in this, like the earlier in the draft, the more impactful it is. Yeah, these guys are all reading this. And they're like, yeah, nope, I don't want him. We'll scoop him if he comes to us because I like to take ADP values. Okay, he's gone. If he came to us, it would have been nice. A little Seattle double, too. Could have focused our next QB as Goff, but we'll move on. We can still target Tua or Stafford. And honestly, I like targeting Stafford when I go Cup. You are extremely invested in Stafford to have a good season when you select Cooper Cup. Please give us Mike Evans. The room done did it. The room done did it. Our next pick's at 78. Can I skip this group? Is there a chance we get Flowers at 80? I don't think I can skip this group. We can just go Marquise Brown. Let's bring in Marquise. It's been a while since I clicked Marquise. I just don't love this situation in Arizona. Then on top of that, I'd rather probably just go with the last round rookie, but this could open us up for a Kyler pick too. Kyler, and then we can double stack it with the rookie late. So it does open another door for a stack for us. Well, Michael Wilson steaming up to 200 ADP. Hollywood Brown. All right, is anyone else doing anything pretty nutty? No, it looks pretty normal here. See Josh Allen go off at 16. That's definitely, especially because we've seen him fall back to 32. We've seen him fall to 33 before. If you're not drafting or if you're just coming into this season, like you don't know that what percent of these teams actually got that stack a full round later. It's just going to put you at a disadvantage in the final pod if that team makes it. Zay Flowers off the board is 73. Not overly surprising. Do you like Dobbins? Yeah, I do. I do. He does get a lot of shade thrown his way, but he needs to perform this year. I sort of like that about him. He needs to perform if he wants to get paid. So he's not going to, if he has like some small injury, he's playing, dude. He's playing. This is probably my order right here. When's our next pick after 78? 91. We might have to go receiver with this pick. Let me see. Our next pick's at what? 91, I said? 91. I don't mind if this is a receiver or a running back. I think the better value is going to be a running back here, like without a question. Yeah, and this guy just solidifies that for us. Uh, let's bring in Connor, and again, this is that Arizona team. this this is just gonna be the Arizona squad. We're gonna have to bring in Kyler with this. Now we're just making a bet that this offense doesn't suck this year and wins more than 4.5 games. And we're gonna have to smash receivers. The thing is, like, there's just a range of receivers like right in here that I could just skip over entirely and then start slamming receivers again in this range. The problem is I like to go RB in this range. So this team will probably divert to go to tight end there because I like the tight ends in that range too. Like the Njoku, Freiermuth, not huge on Ingram, but these two are fun clicks. And you can stop it too, in my opinion, with Freiermuth and Njoku. Like that's a fun pairing. I've done that a lot this offseason. This is great. Adam, don't love the situation in Arizona. Drafts James Conner every draft. I have a good amount of James Conner. I'm not like on Davis Peng's level of James Conner, but I have what, like 18, 19%. It's high. It's high. But guess what? He's just going to get the volume. Like, what RB2 there is going to take work away from him? Like Keontae Ingram? Eh, probably not happening. The other thing I do like about James Conner is he's a check down machine. And we've seen it with Colt McCoy. So even if Kyler isn't playing for the first 4, 6 weeks, whatever it may be, Colt McCoy is completely serviceable for James Conner for those weeks too. Just take Elijah Moore. We could go Tua here too. We could go Tua with Waddle. We could go cool grabbing Tua. I just hate this range. It's gross. Did Freiermuth go? Or am I just blind? Freiermuth went Ingram went at 90. Freiermuth went at 86. What is happening? What is happening? We would have gone Goddard there, like, pretty simply at 91. That would have been sick. Let's bring in Tua. We're gonna stop at 2 QBs here. I do like this pairing, but we easily could have gone Staffy. We could have gone now we don't have to go Kyler, and we just have one pass catcher and the running back, and that's fine. How much Connor is too much Connor? Honestly, I try to keep my exposures below 20%. Like, if I'm maxing Best Ball Mania 4, which I am, unless there's a ridiculous value on the board, and the way I like to think about it is advance rates, upside, single game ceiling, and then, like, failure rate. Like, if they have one bad game week 17 and you have 40% of that player, did someone else in that range go off? Did someone else in that 11 picks go off? Because 40% of your teams don't have a player in round whatever it is, wherever you selected that player. So I do try to keep it under 20%. It can have a large impact. We had 17% Josh Jacobs last year, and it had an enormous impact on our EV. You don't need to have 30, 40%. And Josh Jacobs didn't have a good playoffs. CMC didn't have a good playoffs. Derrick Henry didn't play. Jalen Hurts didn't play week 17. So stuff happens. All right. I'll go Burks here at 102 or Elijah Moore, to be honest. We were going to go tight end. I didn't think these guys would be on the board. I have a tear drop off after these two. Yeah, Bobert, we saw the Eliminator. We covered a little bit of it, and then we're going to be back most likely tomorrow drafting a team. Jeez. I mean, he gets positive news and falls to 102. The only thing is, like, his ADP used to be here, so it's not, like, a huge advantage on those early drafted teams where Treylon Burks was not drafted here. So I'm gonna make a little brain move and go Treylon Burks. His ADP has never been this high or low, excuse me. Looking at the scale, he's never been this low. He started at, like, 60. So the fact we can get him at 102 is an advantage over the early drafters. Where I have plenty of Elijah Moore at this ADP of 100, so I don't feel the need to click him there. Hope that makes sense. And we get him 5 picks after. Even better. Even better. So we definitely wanna target Kmet for this squad. I wouldn't even mind going a late, Durham. I'm completely fine with that click as well. Let's see what comes back to us here. Gonzo picked at the 10 in a super flex and went QB, Trevor Lawrence, Ritter, Tannehill. Good values on Ritter and Tannehill, I can imagine. Running back, ETN, Javante, Herbert. Wide receivers, Cup, Amon-Ra, Olave, Debo, Mike Williams. Tight ends, Ingram, and Chiggy. Thoughts? Is it best ball style? Is it just regular, like, set your lineups? I like it. Javante is like a high risk reward guy. Your receivers are super strong, so could imagine you went Lawrence, then Cup, then Amon-Ra, then Olave, and maybe even Debo right after that, and then ETN and Mike Williams the next 2 rounds. Where depending where Ingram was drafted, I might have waited for, like, Freiermuth, who I think will have, a similar type year to Ingram. It might be a little more consistent, might not have as high of a single game ceiling, but you're not really looking for that as much in redraft. Oh, Scoo, I just saw your comment. We do have footage of Dobbins practicing now. I'm cool with either one of these clicks. We can also bring in Kincaid here. Do we get Zay back at 126? If not, we can go Myers too. Let's bring in Kincaid here. We're not gonna have any bring back unless we bring in, like, Gus Edwards for this Miami matchup. Not a huge deal. Penny off the board at 116. He's been falling as of late. They're gonna be a committee running back. Like, I think literally 3 or 4 of those guys are gonna be involved every single week. So it's not looking as sexy there. This team pairs Justin Herbert with Mike Willie. That's always nice. 4 wide receivers start. Goes Dameon Pierce, Isaiah Pacheco. Like, I like this team. Gets Quentin Johnson too. So far, a nice draft from Moneybags here in the 5 spot. Gonza says just vaulted underdog draft. Got Ingram at ADP at the time 112. Yeah, that's 112s where I'll start clicking Ingram for sure. I mean, his ADP's fallen though since the start of this contest. Like, he just went at 107 here. Nice, Adam. Nice. Big brain. Big brain. Adam in the Pick'em channel doing the in our Discord doing the pick'ems. We also subscribe to Odds Jam. And basically, it takes all the bets from all the betting websites and compares the lines and then tells you which ones are the best ones to bet on uh based on those lines that are out already. Puts a little formula for you. Tells you what percent it has to hit. It's been really nice to me. It's been really nice to me. All right, so Nico falls back to us. Zay Jones falls back to us. And Mooney, of course. Can we get 2 of these guys? Probably not, huh? So our next pick's at 139. Does that have to be Komet? That has to be Komet. It's gross that I know these ADPs. If we get Komet, I don't necessarily need Mooney. Let's go Zay Jones here and just hope that Komet falls back to us. And then this is gonna be a 3 tight end team anyway, so I'm not worried about the same bye week. ER7 doing the Lord's work says, drop that like, pounders. Yeah, please. Trying to hit 35 likes on this video. That's the goal for every video. If you guys aren't already subscribed, drop some love, hit the sub. Trying to get to 1,000 subscribers for NFL kickoff. We were paced. We slowed down a little bit, but it's still possible. The spikes come. They come in waves. We're going to be doing a 24-hour live stream if that hits. We have 16 days to go. Yeah, Carlos has been also hitting very, very, very well. I love that other people are subscribed to it too, because you have to basically refresh the page. It doesn't notify you when lines are out. You basically have to refresh every so often. And then if you get the lines when they just come out, they'll be like 65 to 71% chance to hit. And that's where you make your cake. That's where you make your cake. So the more people we have subscribed to that, the better the pound does. That's for sure. I've been drafted for free since I've subscribed, if you know what I mean. It's so fun. It's so fun. Mooney might fall back to us. I don't really care as long as I get one of the 2. Preferably Komet, but, a falling Mooney's never a bad thing. Alright, we're getting one of the 2. If Mooney falls to us, can we also get Komet at 150? There's 3 tight ends on the board before him. This gives us the highest chance to get both. So let's do this. These 2 teams have tight ends. I don't think he's gonna make it back to us. Like, I really don't. I wouldn't, so I'm not gonna be overly shocked if he gets sniped. What else could we do here for tight end? If Komet goes, we can likely just go Chiggy. We can hit this range too. I'm cool with this. Chiggy's never been this cheap before. He started around what, 120 in Best Ball Mania. So this is also another advantageous guy to draft at the end of the draft season because we're getting that better price on Chiggy, on the Chiggy Chooster. Thielen off the board, maybe the most underwhelming pick in this range, in my opinion. Didn't Underdog do a free promo? I'm assuming they just aren't doing it this year. Are you referring to Pick'ems or are you referring to like free draft promo last year? If you use our code Fantasy Dog Pound, you do get a 100% match on your first deposit up to $100. So if you put in 100, you instantly get 200 in your account. And I have buddies that I give them the promo and then they go draft and they're like, "Oh man, I'm already out of money." It's like you put in 25 bucks and now you're depositing your own money again. So like I always tell people like save up until you can put the full 100 because you're going to love this website. But yeah, code Fantasy Dog Pound will work for a 100% match on your first deposit. Alec Pierce off the board. So Higbee comes off the board. There's still 3 tight ends available. We would go Schultz. We would go Laporta. Obviously, this guy's got to be both of these guys got to be slapping tight ends, right? It's just such a good range for tight ends. Yeah, Red, enjoy. We'll get drafting together soon. Alpha bringing the good energy. It's exactly what we need. He says, I think Komet is yours. I hope you're right, sir. Okay. Okay. Does this guy have a take? Komet over Schultz? Give me the double stackaroo. We did it. Huge brain play. We get the scoop on a falling Komet, which feels good. A falling Mooney, too. Oh, baby. We are off to the races. We are off to the races. ER7, get the spoon out. Hyatt at 152. What's his ADP now? 162. I guess Hyatt got dinged up, lower body injury, but then he returned to practice and then burned 2 defenders for a touchdown. So must be doing just fine. Yeah, that one feels good. That one feels really good. Not gonna lie. Bye week bros in shambles. Yeah, just tisk, tisk, tisk. What do we want to do here, fellas? What do we want to do here? We need an RB. I don't think we can go wide receiver here. I don't mind grabbing one of these 3 tight ends to just finish off our group, and then we need to slap running back. This is what it looks like. This is what it looks like. Luckily, we have a good base at running back right now. You got Connor at 100? That's gross. Best Ball Mania Alpha? Best Ball Mania. I think I saw that team. You posted that one in the Discord, right? When you guys are done drafting, throw your lineup up in the draft grade section in our Discord. Yeah, I saw that in the BBM channel. So sick. So sick. All right. What do we do here, fellers? What do we do here? Dolchich at 163 is not bad, but we also need RBs. If I don't get Singletary, do I like this team? I think we go Singletary here. Tight ends have been falling in this room too, and I'm fine with grabbing Jake Ferguson if both of those guys go. But let's bring in Devin Singletary, who looks like he's gonna have a third down role pretty set in stone in Houston. And, like, I feel like I could man, I miss my Juwan Johnson pick. All you guys steamed him up. He was falling, I was buying that shit. We ended up with 24% in BBM through 139 drafts, 138 drafts. This is number 139. So now it's probably down to 23%. We used to be able to get him 174, used to be able to get him at 187. Oh, man. Like, that would be my click for this team, and now it's gone, and now it's gone. Jake Ferguson off the board at 166. What did we do to ourselves? What did we do to ourselves? That's what I'm asking. Terry, yeah, we snuck in. We did tip off the YouTube memberships as well as the Patreon members in the Discord channel, the secret Discord channel that only few elites know about. All right. It looks like we're going to be targeting Hunter Henry at 190. Do we try to push him to 187? I don't absolutely hate a Musgrave pick here. Fuck. What did we do to ourselves with the Singletary pick? All right. Let's make a bet that Jonathan Taylor doesn't go to Miami. And if he does, Jeff Wilson goes to Indy. And then let's push Hunter Henry to the next round. Man, I can't go Knox. I can't go Knox with this group either. I can't go Knox. Alpha says drop a like. Yeah, fellas, go down, drop a like, smash the subscribe button, hit the bell for notifications if you want to jump in these live drafts with us. Receivers are looking strong. Kupp, Waddle, Marquise Brown, Treylon Burks, Zay Jones, and Mooney. This is going to be a 3 tight end team. We likely need one more tight end, and we can go 2 receivers. We're done at QB. This guy needs a tight end too. This one scares me. We could go Hill here, but I don't love it as much because with our team, with the week 13 bye, that could be the week that Hill just gets 0 because he's going to get 0 10 weeks, 11 weeks out of the 17. And he's going to have a few spikes in there, and then he'll have some small weeks. I guess we can add Conklin on this list too. Like, that's fine too. Conklin would be fine. Devontae Parker would be fine at the end here. Michael Wilson, but now we might be getting into too much Arizona territory. We'll see. I guess it doesn't really matter at the end of these drafts, though. If they outperform their ADP, that's honestly what's the most important. Adam says I'd rather Taysom. This is what we're looking at right now. Go Taysom, dude. He goes Hunter Henry. What a prick. What a prick. I'll go Taysom here. We'll just say F it. We'll take the spike weeks. We'll take the spike weeks. Live a little bit. Live a little bit, the monkey on my shoulder said. Those spike weeks will likely if it doesn't come on week 13, we could take a 0 week 13. It's better than probably taking a 8-point game or a 6-point game from Conklin or a 10 max, let's say. But Taysom Hill has the chance to spike for 25, 30, and those weeks would outperform Conklin, spiking in 1 week here. That's the way I'm gonna look at it. So points in total, I think we get more from Taysom Hill than we do Conklin. Look at it in a different light. We see Cedric Tillman get pulled up to 181 with the Deshaun Watson team to go with Cooper. He's got the bring back and Garrett Wilson. This is a fun team in the 12 spot too. Breece Hall, DeAndre Swift, AJ Dillon, Tyler Algier, Jerome Ford. It's a fun one. Yeah, Taysom Hill and Juwan Johnson play different positions. Taysom Hill is going to have his weeks. You can have two players that go late in a draft and then both outperform their ADP very easily. Very, very easily. Juwan Johnson is going to be one of Carr's, it's going to be his security blanket on the field. That's the way I look at it. All right, wide receivers. We can add some of these guys to the pool here. Kupp, Waddle, Brown, Burks, Zay Jones, and Mooney. Let's say Burks misses 2 weeks. Let's go with Michael Wilson. Let's live a little bit. Can Wilson advance a low advance rate Marquise Brown? Let's see an eliminator, Ben says. I got to strategize first. We'll be back with an eliminator tomorrow, or we might be doing a high stakes $500 draft tomorrow. There will be time. There will be time to get an eliminator in. Man, they made this extremely tough on the streamers. The eliminator. It's fun. That'll be a fun contest. It's a little galaxy brain. Maybe we'll get someone on the show for tomorrow. Balanced team, though. Jacobs, Walker, Connor, Devin Singletary, and Jeff Wilson. Nothing too shiny there. Just well-balanced. Justin Fields and Tua, this is in my opinion, very strong for advancing as well as for regular season cash prize. Both of these guys could end up being values. Justin Fields could finish as QB2, QB1. Kincaid, Kmet, and Hill. It leaves a little to be desired. Now, if that was Juwan Johnson, it does make a difference to me, in my opinion. We'll see. Cole Turner's a fun click at the end of drafts now. Cooper Kupp, Waddle, Marquise Brown, Treylon Burks, Zay Jones, Darnell Mooney, and Michael Wilson. You could honestly, this is we have a bonus pick right here. You could make this a fourth tight end. Let's make it a fourth tight end. We're a little weak at tight end. Cooper Kupp, Waddle, Marquise Brown, Treylon Burks, Zay Jones, Darnell Mooney, and Michael Wilson. 4 tight ends. So our flex doesn't have to be a receiver. We're depending on Cooper Kupp and Jalen Waddle pretty weekly. We get a nice little discount, Treylon Burks. I think that was a nice weekly winners draft you got there. Hell no, bro. This one's built to advance, my friend. I think there is something sexy about getting 4 tight ends into the finals. Hell yeah. I'm cool with it. We also could have gone Durham. I think that would have been a fun click at the end too. That's most likely where I should have went with that. This team must have ended up like dog. James Cook, Gibson, P. Ryan, Tank, Lenny, not the worst. JJ, Brendan Ayuk, Christian Kirk, Zay Flowers, Bateman, Alec Pierce, Rashid Shaheed. I mean, not the worst. He gets a double stack with Lamar, naked Jalen Hurts, but that's not a big deal. Surprised he doesn't go. Okay, that makes sense. He goes Zay Flowers here. Higbee, Dolchich, and Conklin. I think this guy actually made it work with the double elite QB. Ben, Scoot is cold. This is the comment of the day. I appreciate that. That's hilarious. Guys, if you enjoyed tonight's live stream, smash the like on the way out the door. I'll be drafting tonight off stream in the Discord if you want to get in there in the currently drafting section. We'll be drafting some plus EV overnight drafts. I appreciate everyone coming out tonight. I hope you have a good one. Pounders.